What if you could write a set of instructions once and use them anywhere in your program as many times as you want, forever? No copy pasting, no repeating yourself. Just write it once and call it whenever you need it. That is a function. And once you understand this, the way you write code changes completely. Let's go. Before we build anything, let me show you the problem functions can solve. Look at this code. Same 3 lines printed 3 times in 3 different places. This works, but imagine you want to change welcome to the game to welcome back to the game. How many places do you change it? 3. What if it appeared 50 times across a big problem? 50 changes, 1 typo anywhere, and your program is inconsistent. Now watch what happens when we use a function. Same output, but now the greeting exists in exactly 1 place. Want to change it? Change it once and every single call updates automatically. This is the entire reason function exists. Let's quickly talk about functions. A function is a named block of code. You give it a name, you write what it does inside it. Then whenever you want it to run, you can call it by name. Think of it like a button on a microwave. You do not rebuild the microwave every time you want to use it. You press the button and it does its job. A function is that button. Further in the video, we will do the same task of defining a function in Python. I'm going to get started with a very basic example, which is greet the player. So here, I'm going to use my blocks, and as the my block says, make a block, which means create your own block. That is, of course, creating your own set of instructions. So let's click on make a block and click on add a label. Let's name the function as greet player. It's better in programming that we use underscore. Just make it a habit. Although Scratch does not have any issues with the name, but when you do the real programming like in Python or any other language, text-based coding, in that it's always useful to use the underscore. Space is not accepted. So define greet player. So this define greet player will have code inside it. So I'm going to use the very basic code here, which is basically going to say hello for 2 seconds or 1 second, totally up to you. Let's take a very simple. And then I'm simply going to write the text saying, welcome to the game for 1 second. Let's make it quick. And then let me just quickly duplicate this one. And here we go. And I like to use good text. So good luck. So this is what your function will do. Now, nothing's going to happen because as you know that I'm not using the event block. As I said, to apply a function concept, you will have to follow 2 steps. First is to define the function. Second is to call it. Unless and until you don't call it, it's not going to work. So here, I'm going to call it. So to call it, all you have to do is greet player. But here, in order to start the project or make the cat say something, we still need the event. So this is how you attach it. And once you attach it, here we go. Hello, welcome to the game and good luck. Now you must be thinking, okay, that is done. Now, what if I want to print the same thing again after a while? So in that case, we can go to control and let's say I'm going to use wait for 1 second. Now I don't have to write these 4 lines of codes again. I can simply call the same block again. Just I want it to say it after 1 more second. Same 3 things, just wait for 1 second and here we go again. So you just saw in Scratch also, I have just defined the function once. However, I'm using the same code 2 times over here. So this is how this works. It makes the main script clean and readable because the details are hidden inside the function. You don't have to worry about writing it again and again. As this is a translation video, so I'm going to show you the same code, how it is done in Python. It's going to be really easy. So here in Python on the right side, I'm going to use def keyword, which is basically short form for define. So here in Scratch, we have defined, we have here def. It's really important because this is going to guide your program that, okay, this is the part the user is creating on their own. So we are creating the function of our choice. So that's why now def is the keyword followed by the name of the function, which is greet player. As I mentioned, whenever you feel like, okay, there's going to be a space in the name of the function or anywhere, you are going to make sure that you use a underscore and then using this bracket. This parenthesis is also an indicator which tells your program that, okay, it is a function, and then you use a colon. Now, if you remember in the previous videos, like for loops and for if conditions, we have seen the concept of indentation. These line or this space before the line of the code specifies that this line of code belongs to this function or this block. So here I'm going to print this page I'm printing the message, which was hello, followed by print. Welcome to the game, followed by print. Good luck. 3 exclamations. And now again, I haven't called the function. So I'm going to use the comment saying call the function. It's better to use comments. So I'm going to say greet player and let's hit run. So the output should be the same. Hello, welcome to the game, good luck. And again, if I want to call the same function without rewriting these 4 lines of codes, I can do the same thing. But before that, I will have to import a library, which is time module. And then I need to use time.sleep, 1 second, followed by greet player. And let's hit run. After some time, voila, it is done. So this is how you can declare a function in Scratch using my block section, as well as in Python using the def keyword. There is very important point to note. You cannot call the function before you define. If I try to call it at line number 2 and run the code, there will be an error because greet player is not defined yet. So always make sure the sequence is important over here. Now we can see the difference between how you can define function in Scratch and how you can define function in Python. I have a challenge for you. Build a program with at least 4 functions, one that prints your name, one that prints your age, one that prints your 3 hobbies, and one that prints a fun fact. Then call all 4 functions from the main script in whichever order you like. Simple, but it forces you to practice the define and call pattern. Drop your code in comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.